Hello again, it's me, Olga, and today I would like to share with you my latest design. It's a design for Craft and Do Designs, and they asked me to design DIY sets. Those are exploding books and card sets that are targeted to non-crafters, to people who don't have all the fabulous supplies and they have no idea how to make things. But on the other hand, they like handmade look and they would like to make something special for someone special in their life. In the kit, you have everything that you will need to recreate my project. You just have to bring your scissors and glue. Bond folder would be helpful as well, but it's not necessarily. I use bone folder because I have long nails. And first we have to cut out all the elements. In this particular set, in Box of Roses, you have more elements than you will need to create the box because I gave you some color options. You can create more plain, more pink simple look or more floral look. It's definitely up to you. Okay, so everything is cut out. Let's start assembling. First, we will make the top of our box. You already have the base in your kit. It's just a matter of assembling. We are applying the glue to the wings of the sides of the box and then we just assemble it together, and each side have an extra flap that we will put inside our box to make sure that the lid will be nice and sturdy. It takes just actually 2 minutes to assemble the lid, and it takes 1 minute to assemble the basket that will go inside. On all elements, I have marked the area that you should apply glue, and I marked also the folding area. So with the basket, you have a few flaps that you have to stick to the walls of the basket, and then fold and glue the handle. It's really, really easy, and the basket looks so cute when it's assembled, and even cuter when it's filled with flowers. But filling with flowers we will leave for the last step. We will start to decorate the lid of our box. So I covered all the sides with pinkish watercolor paper, and I also did the same for the walls of the exploding box. You could see me putting paper down directly into the glue and moving to the next side, just because I applied way more glue that I need, and to avoid any warping, I just pick up the excess of the glue with my paper piece and then move it to the next wall. Trim off all the excess if necessary, because I left you a little bit space on the spreadsheet in case that you are having difficulties with cutting straight squares with your scissors, and when outside is already decorated, it's time for the inside. And on all the walls you can put either the watercolor paper, the pink and white roses paper, or the white rose paper, and I picked watercolor for the outside and white rose for the inside, so we have enough elements to cover all the sides as well as the lid, to make sure that everything is nice and matchy. To add a little bit of dimension, I'm adding an extra layer on the sides of my lid with 3D foam squares. You just place the foam square on your paper, peel off the protective film, and then you can stick it on. On top of my lid, I added one piece of this rosy paper, and now I'm playing for a while with the elements, and all those elements, the flowers, hearts and sentiments, you also have spare ones. I left also at least one empty banner that you can add your own sentiment to. I went with happy birthday and I placed it on 3D foam squares and then assembled quite a dimensional decoration for my lead, and you can put it you know, on center of your box or a little bit offside like I did. Inside my box, I like inside to be simple. I'm more mixed media person than scrapbooking person. So I went with the easy way as it still look nice and neat. All the side decorations I put with 3D foam squares, and then I was shuffling around for a minute and I left it in the video so you can see how many options actually for decorations you have in your kit. I didn't cut out all the elements as well, so I still have few that I could cut out, and you can cut them into the pieces or fussy cut around the flowers to have even more to fill the walls of your box. And now it's time for filling basket with flowers. So I'm going for really full bouquet, but every time I'm starting with just three flowers twisted together. And I'm applying the glue on the contact surface where the flower will touch the box. I would also strongly recommend to adding glue inside of your basket. I will do it as a very last step. I will just put my glue between the flowers and pour a little bit on the bottom of my basket to make sure that they are all nicely secured. And I have started with the biggest flowers first, then the medium-sized ones, and with those tiny ones we will just fill all the empty spaces that will be left. Flowers that you have in your kit are in cream, white and soft pink shades, so they match perfectly all the patterns on the papers. And I'm just going with the composition. As you can see on the screen, I'm just assembling small 3 flower bouquets, and then I'm sticking them inside my basket and making sure that the whole composition is fluffy and you don't have holes. Oops, flowers fell inside. Yes, so now when I'm happy with my composition, I just squeezed a little bit of glue inside of my basket, shuffled flowers a little bit to make sure that they are all all tips of the flowers are in glue, and the box is done. Whole process together with fussy cutting and assembling everything together took me 40 minutes. So it's a nice, quick, crafty project, and I think that the final effect is really, really nice and quite spectacular, I have to admit. Okay, so this one is all for today. More is coming up really, really soon. See you at the next one. Bye.